man, so without a bar being spat, it's always an interesting day in female rap. Leave the social media, man, but last night, dog, things was going crazy. I seen Cardi B going back and forth with Nicki Minaj, going wild, and then you have the sideline rappers like JT and also Ice Spice chiming in that led to some crazy audio being posted of Cardi B behind the scenes going off and threatening Ice Spice, threatening her. I don't know how long ago this was, but that's crazy as hell, by the way. So we can go through all this. All right, now I'm about to go hit the gym. So this edit gonna be a little rough because I gotta make sure I do this in one take, basically. So bear with me. Let me tell y'all what's all going on, okay? Cardi B thought that she was gonna be able to sell out Nicki Minaj based on what the fans are saying. Because leading up to this point, leading up to this album being dropped, they were saying that she was trolling the bar, saying things like this. Barty Gang bookmarked them tweets when people were saying that she wasn't gonna sell as much as Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj sold 220 something K her last album drop, alright? Now, also, Cardi B was on Twitter Spaces saying things like this.
Y'all don't even want me to drop that album because y'all gonna be crying. Because I'ma outsell. I'ma have hits. I'm gonna be on top. That's a fact.
Okay, now time has passed and she did not outsell Nicki Minaj, but they were celebrating that she sold 200K units, all right? They even had, Lotto even came on her song and dropped the bar about Cardi B selling 200K first week. But chart data dropped. Now chart data initially posted this right here saying that Cardi B hit 200K, but then while making this list right here saying biggest US albums debuts of 2025, they specifically put 199.6K to give room for this 200K from this Breach album for their list, all right? So then Barb's fans begin to clown Cardi because she did not actually do 200K based on what they saying. That's the back and forth. Now Nicki Minaj took pride in that because she felt like Cardi B was baiting her with some things that she was saying, and she didn't want to respond to Cardi B before the first week of tracking was done for Cardi B's album, so she didn't want to help her sales per se. So when those numbers came out, Nicki Minaj started to troll Cardi B. So what we're gonna do, because it's been a lot, we're gonna read all Nicki Minaj's tweets, and then we're gonna read Cardi B's, and then we're gonna see what JT and Ice Spice that was saying that led to the audio that dropped with Cardi B going crazy on Ice Spice. All right, let's get to it. Nicki Minaj posted this on internet, on her Instagram story saying, despite false reports, Nicki Minaj is the only female rapper to have an album cross 200K units first week this decade, because Cardi B was celebrating that, all right? Queen right there. They wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like an eagle that soars. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Damn Billboard. I mean, I'm winning, but I'm still bored. This right here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, pregnant, play with his pussy. All right, so then she started tweeting lyrics to, you know, make fun of Cardi B's lyric on the song Madden. Cardi B was like A, B, C, F, G. These bitches came up with me. All right, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, surgery, two look like me. Tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico, fraud, and perjury. All right, she put some little bars in there, face ad, $4.99 face ad. All right, $4.99 is how much Cardi B was selling her album for. But Cardi B fans saying, nah, Nicki, you was doing the same shit. You had your album on sale for $5 and stuff. Someone posted this saying, clean version of Pink Friday 2 is $4.12 on iTunes. So that's that right there. So Nicki said ABCFG, rap like Barney and still ugly. Barney B, ABCDEFG, heavy TONGUE. Alright. Nicki posted this eagle. I may be out of order, I may be doing this in reverse. But Nicki posted this eagle right here. And then a fan broke down what the eagle meant, saying it's a lot to unpack, saying the crow jumps on the eagle's back, pecking at its neck to provoke a reaction. While most animals would fight back, the eagle does not. Instead, it simply keeps flying higher and higher into the sky. As the air gets thinner, the crow struggles to breathe and eventually falls away. So it says this right here. Crows, known for their intelligence, will mob and harass the eagles to defend their nest and territory, sometimes even killing them. Eagles are powerful predators that can and do kill crows, but in an airborne confrontation, an eagle might simply fly to a higher altitude to escape the persistent harassment, as crows cannot tolerate the thin air at higher elevations. This dynamic is often misinterpreted as the eagle intentionally ignoring the crow, when in reality it's a survival tactic for the eagle. I ain't gonna lie, that's a cool ass metaphor, because she's saying, listen, I don't even have to go back and forth with you. All I gotta do is be the best version of myself, Nicki Minaj, and you can never reach the heights that I reach. You're gonna have to just be down there below what everyone does. All right, so basically that's what they going off back and forth. They say young crows are territorial and would aggressively defend their nest and young from predators like the eagles. Food and nestlings. Eagles are predators that will eat crows, including crow nestlings and fledglings, making the crow's defense vital for their survival. Mobbing crows use tactic called mobbing, where they group together to overwhelm and intimidate larger birds like eagles with coordinated calls and physical attacks. That plays into the Rock Nation helping Cardi B narrative, or years ago Atlantic helping Cardi B to go against Nicki Minaj as far as like her angle with this type of stuff. I'd be like, man, put this shit into the raps, doing some, make it interesting in that way. It was some other thing that people was going back and forth with. Let me see. Predator versus scavenger. Eagles are powerful predators with refined diets, whereas crows are scavengers and omnivores, consuming a wider variety of food, including garbage and carrion. Hope I'm saying that the right way. But yeah, that's the shit that Nicki Minaj saying, I'm an eagle, you're a crow. You guys know that Cardi B used the crow for the symbolization for her album. All right, the crow. Bet. Now let's keep it pushing. So in response to that, in the quote, Nicki posted this and all of that, and Nicki replies to this with a thumbs up, kills me. Woo woo woo. Alright. So she was posting all this or interacting with all this. So she says, to every enabler, never provoke a rider while they're riding. You join the game as willing participants. Don't try to back out now. 3/27/26. This is one of the first tweets she tweeted. Rock Bottom Nation, Rock Inflation, Rico Nation, you failed. Let the reindeer games begin. We win again. So once again, the narrative that Rock Nation was trying to help Cardi B beat Nicki Minaj, the crow ganging up on mobbing the eagle type shit. Alright, so then she tweeted this, Barney photoshopped as Cardi B, then said raw dog and pregnant with the fourth baby, Barney B, BV, HPV, allegedly. Alright, that's kind of funny. That is funny. Then she got homie from American Dad bending that thing over, and then Jay-Z with his money in hand trying to pay, but it didn't work, so he's crying with his wig on, and Cardi B as Barney once again from that one night when Nicki Minaj and Cardi had that altercation when the shoe was thrown, and also Riley hitting Cardi B. So this is once again things that Cardi B that I was posting about. Cardi B is now the only female rapper in history to debut her first 2 albums at #1 on the Billboard chart. The drama just dropped. Woody Woo. That's what everyone was celebrating, and also saying that she was cheating for her certification by putting all those old songs, because she went platinum in like a day. They say the album is now 2 times platinum. All right. So let's go through everything that Cardi B was saying. So Cardi B was like, you must have missed me, huh? Crazy, not kiss my feet. Nothing more annoying than a bored bitch. The power I have make these bitches come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room. Cocaine Barbie. ABCDEFG. Your man had to snap. Uzi tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12-year-olds. Goddamn. Whoa. Damn, she was streaming Magnet hard as hell, huh? Once again, I told y'all she was tweeting all those Magnet lyrics. Or, what's the word? A parody of the Magnet lyrics. All right. So then she tweets Nicki Minaj's brother, who's in jail for, doing some inappropriate things with children or a child, in a Barbie wig. All right. Then she says, nah, cuz I was really baking ribs and making blondie brownies, and here come this bitch bothering me on a damn Monday. And she says, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the gang like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the F is you comparing yourself to me for? Now, I was talking to someone, a subscriber, I believe, and I was like, listen, this right here that part right there, I agree with the point that I never understood why the hell there's beefing in the first place. So I'm glad that Cardi B is at least not that delusional that she could acknowledge that Nicki Minaj is up there and she's the next class or at least below her, because they should never be beefing. They should never be beefing, bruh. It's unfair. It's always been unfair in my opinion. Always been unfair. So yeah, she has a different level of peers, but I don't know if Nicki Minaj sees herself in that way. I think she should see it. She should see herself in that way, but in her opinion, she thinks that Cardi B is a part of a bigger entity going at her, and she wants to go ahead and strike at Cardi B in that mind state. But Cardi recently in the interview says it's never been that. We just didn't get along. It's not about, you know, a bigger corporation gassing me up to go at Nicki Minaj. We just didn't get along. But Nicki Minaj feel like, no, unless if you either you know it or not, something has been put in your back to think you can go at me, and Nicki's trying to cut her head off. Since then, that point, that's what's going on. All right, so Cardi B says, all right, now this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy, like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you could have reproduced from all them perks, scrambling your eggs, not allegedly, Lord protect them babies. That's crazy as hell. All right, now that's all I'm gonna read about these two, because the sidelines are kind of crazy as hell too. So JT tweeted this right here and then posted this saying, that bit home ugly and mad, no celebration. I would have been breakdancing right now if I was number one, but she knows she lied. Okay, then Ice Spice tweeted this emoji right here. JT was saying, this is really sad how people speak on people behind the scenes. This is scary. I wonder what triggered this. The lotto stray, but went getting a verse from that girl, but I'm fake. Whoa. And keep saying, nigga. Alright. Now here goes this audio that JT posted of Cardi B going crazy. Alright. Wildness. Wildness. Y'all know Cardi B, she's on that gangster stuff. So she be threatening chicks. Threatening to pull up on chicks. I don't know how long ago that was, but I'm just here to feed y'all the information. I gotta go to the gym. This is wild as hell. Let me know what y'all gotta say in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.